Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Shadowgate 64. I'm Falgrea. Okay, in the last episode I forgot what the fourth magic was. It's order, I double checked. So now it's time to go up the stairs. Yep. You don't have to go to the left yet, so don't worry about that. Remember to go through this door. Do not press the wrong button. The door looks like a face. Okay. This is required later. Grab this on with the don't forget to grab it because later on you'll need it and you don't want to come back all the way back here to go get it. So, yeah. And bestow upon us this really creepy event right here. Desk of Doom. Yeah. Apparently the weight on it was too... It was only one book with an F. But Dell goes on about her saying, it's the oldest desk I've ever seen in my life. And it's not really that old. I was gonna read that book because it's kind of required, but I'm not going to because, yeah. Stop it. It would take too much time. Basically, it says how the fairies were the first ones, and then the four brothers, Chaos, Death, and the other two, corrupted them, so the one was greatly displeased. And then came the elves, and then they were corrupted, and the one was very displeased. Don't forget this. It's required. Not right now, but later in the game. And then came man, and the dwarves and stuff. And the one was pleased. Which is basically what you want to know for this room. But you're thinking, Falgrea, we don't have a man statue though. Yes, we do not. But there's one already there. A lot of people mess this up and think that you're supposed to put the primitive man statue and then put the the ape man, then the primitive man. No, you put the... If you actually read the books, then you'd know which ones you're actually supposed to put here. The fairy, and then the elf. And lo and behold, a magic bookshelf. Hell yeah. And up the stairs we go for the millionth time. And here's the only required item up here. There's also journals, which I'm going to grab because they're really funny. And then you have a blank book, which I'm grabbing all the blank books because they say interesting stuff later in the game when you're able to read them. Yes, you're able to read them. Big shocker. Remember this instrument from the last episode when I was reading that one book where it was talking about the magical stuff and the dude couldn't figure it out? Well, Dell doesn't need any help. He figures it out without 5 seconds of thought. Okay, and yet the dude spent days and days on it and he never figured it out. Which I find very funny. There's nothing in this room you need, but I'm gonna grab them anyway. I was gonna grab this one, but I'm not going to because all it says is that he was so surprised because they caught them going into the one room. They were going there every day, and that's the inner chamber, if you've played this game before, that they're actually going in. And then they got a bunch of work, and then he had to clean stuff, so he went to clean the fireplace, and didn't work out so well. Because Mir got in his face and he's like, get out of here, because he didn't want him anywhere near that magical fireplace because there's, the guy's like, and then I thought, there is no chimney, but there's a fireplace. But then I realized that such thoughts were dangerous, or something like that. And then how in a dream he saw a skull wearing a blue ring, and was calling for his brothers of red and green. And that's how you know about the rings, but, you know. But I don't say anything else about them. But before I go through this door, let's read the diaries, because Dell is a thief. We're not going to read the Dresden thing, I'll just tell you what it basically says, because we don't need to waste our time with that. My dear friend, there's nothing I can do for you now. Your pain and suffering I can do little for, but I will seek out wiser counsel and find a cure for your ailments. Mark my words, I will cure you. But they never explain who he was talking to and what he was suffering from, so I don't know. It's just one of those little tidbits that they threw in. This one's really funny. Dear Mother, I wish to thank you for sending me here. I think that you would be proud of me. The other acolytes are quickly becoming my friends. A real brotherhood. I hate to ask you this, but please send more money. I've lost mine. Love, Cyril. Isn't that just like a son to, send a letter to his mother asking for money? I mean, that's just still relevant today. Well, the other book, the Book of Dresden Family, basically it states how Lord Jar came into power because the king didn't have an heir, and Lord Jar was extremely respected and everyone loved him and all this stuff. And the Dresdens, who were the noble family right under the king, got really jealous, and because they were actually the rightful people to go into power, so they tried to kill him, but then Jar's like, nope, I'm taking your lands as punishment instead of killing you. So, you know, it's pretty cool. And now we're the size of a pixie, and let's go down the rope. You may be thinking, but how do I get out of here? It's like a chasm. Because if you go to the edge, he's like, climbing the face of this wall will be impossible. You cannot escape. The leaves of the tree are absolutely huge. You doubt you'll be able to climb up that thick rope. Why didn't you just get off at that edge right there? I don't understand, but whatever. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to use the pixie flute again. And we're tall again. Yay, and Dell looks round. But doesn't mention that he's in a graveyard. He just says, oh, I'm big again. That rope that was so huge, look at the size of it, it's so tiny. And the window's way up there. So yep. And now I will show you what the red potion does. It's just funny. Liquid sunset. Because he looks drunk. Nothing actually happens. He just walks around like a drunkard. Oh, jeez. This wears off as soon as you go in another room, but it's really funny. Yeah. That looks so trippy. But yeah, that's all it does. Yeah, he has a mouse in his mouth. And no matter how close you get him, he won't let it go until afterwards. Now let's remove these for later, because it's very important. There's something wrong with that grave where it's oh, it's an unsettling grave. Creepy. But that's because the guy under it was a total dick. So, we're gonna help that though. You're not supposed to know how to do this yet, but I'm just gonna have you do it anyway. Take this holy elixir. You'll be using this 5 times in the game. It's crazy. You can drink it yourself, but all that happens is now you feel vigorous and ready to take on any challenges and blah 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 blah. But anyway. Now we're going to put the dragon tears on the grave. On the grave, you douchebag. No. I'm gonna have you walk closer. That's probably why it wasn't working. I'm just like, what the F? You're not supposed to drink it, you douche. Jeez. It looks like you dumped the entire thing. But no matter how much you stop it, use, you still have the same amount, which is awesome, because drinking an accident happens a lot. Well, anyway, if you climb up that ladder over there, you'll reach that thing, and to pull the ladder down, you have to knock it over with a crowbar. Well, you get the crowbar down here. Along with there's some coffins and shit, so, yeah. But we'll save that for next time. See you later, guys. Cheers.